Guys, sorry about the video being extremely late. So pretty much we're talking about doctor visits. I'll make this real short because I'm tired. So most of my physicians that I go to, like my PCP, like my primary care physician, she knows that I'm transgendered. She's real cool about it. Anytime that I'm sorry, y'all. I've been charting all day, so I'm kind of brain dead. Um, Anytime like I had any new medications or anytime that she put me on any new medications, she made sure it didn't counteract with my testosterone. She was very, very like in detail about making sure that my endocrinologist uh, definitely sends any lab work that she does or have on me to her office just so she makes sure that I'm not doubling up on blood work. So it's pretty interesting. Most of her office staff, they aren't trained, or they probably haven't met a transgender individual. I know I had to see someone in her office besides my primary care physician. So, what I think I saw a PA or MP, something like that. I think she was a nurse practitioner. So I told her I was on testosterone, and she was very okay. Um, let's make sure the medicines that we're prescribing you today, they don't have any type of reactions with anything, especially your testosterone, so you don't have to stop that. So they were all like pretty, you know, uh, accustomed to, and that's with her in general. It would be anything. Like if I was on a certain medicine that another doctor prescribed with me, she was always very let's make sure this don't counteract with anything, or let's make sure your asthma medicines are in they work, or let's try something different. She was always very open. um, I really haven't really seen anybody new besides my gynecologist since I started transitioning, and that's the first time I've been to the gyno. So it was the experience with Dr. Nip that I had was very, 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 it was very good to say the least. When I went into her office, it was male pronouns. Uh, Most of the people used instead of my birth name, they used my preferred name. Then when I got to the back, everything was he. While she was looking at this, while she was making sure everything was okay, she was talking to me, we was having conversation. So really, I haven't really had any bad experiences. Besides that, the other doctor that I really go to is my endocrinologist, and she's awesome. Like all of my medical team that I've had, that takes care of my well-being. They're very, very educated, and they all kind of work together, especially since Dr. Nepp and Dr. Penunti, they both are in Ochsner's network, so it's easy for them to communicate with one another. However, my primary care, she's with another hospital, but she's awesome. She's awesome. She's awesome. I'm trying to get a quick appointment in recently before I went back to school, but she's kind of booked up until October, so I may have to get something for like fall break or something. Uh, Other than that, I don't really recall having. Oh, one time I went to I did have it's not a bad experience. Once they kind of caught on to what was going on, they were like, okay. So I went in, like when I very first started testosterone, I went to the emergency room that I usually go to for my asthma attacks. So when I got there, all of these people know me. They've seen me multiple times. And then all of a sudden, this new medication's on. They're like, "Oh, why did the doctor prescribe you testosterone?" And I told them, and then from there, they were like, "Well, why are you on it if you don't need it?" And then I'm like, okay, this is why I'm on it, blah, 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 blah. And they were like, okay. All right, cool. So from there, they asked me if I rather prefer, if I would prefer male pronouns or if I would prefer the name, because in Oshner's system, my legal name, and then I have a preferred name, and that preferred name is what most people call me when I go to the doctor visits, which is Khaiden. So other than that, I really haven't had any bad experiences with any other physician, including the ones that I work with in the emergency room. They're all very detailed. If I ever ask them any questions, or if I have any, or if I run into any transgender patients, they're very, blah, 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 make sure you put this in a chart, make sure you put that. Or if I'm at a doctor visit, most of my doctors know that I'm pursuing medical school, so they kind of talk to me differently than what they talk to their average patients. They use medical terminology that I sometimes don't even know, or they'll abbreviate something, I'll be like, whoa, 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 whoa. So most of the time, that's the only misunderstanding that I have with my physicians. But yeah, this is video. I'm about to go to sleep. I have work in the morning. Do I? I don't know. I have to check my schedule. It was real hectic today. So I hope y'all had a good Wednesday. Sorry for the video being late again. And it's your dude, Khaiden, and I'm out.